Yo, what is up guys? FaceJohn, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the new Black Friday event which just arrived in the store. Now this event literally is brand new. I think it's about 10 hours old right now, and for that I'm going to be giving you guys my full opinion on this event. What do I think of it? What do you need to do in order to progress your way through it? Is progressing through this event worth it? Is it worth spending your hard time and money on this event? And what do you exactly get and how to get them? So with that being said, let's head straight into it. Now first of all, I'm going to go over the event and then I'll be going over everything in the store. Now as you can see in this event, you need these green coupon looking things in order to progress and earn yourself these rewards in this tab. Now those coupons unfortunately are only going to be obtainable through gold or actual money. There's no getting these coupons for free, unfortunately. So if you were thinking that this event is a free-to-play event, think twice. It is absolutely not that. Unless you've been getting your gold for absolutely free, been grinding them up with gold boosters and obviously completing events and such to get collectors vehicles and then selling them, then obviously then in a way it is kind of free. But in order to get some decent rewards here, you're going to have to spend a considerable amount of gold or actual money. Now these coupons, if you go to the store, you can purchase them with outright money, or you can spend some gold to get them. Now you can get them through the gold bundles as well. So throughout the year, if you were spending your money on these gold bundles, you would have just gotten the gold and not any other rewards. Where now Wargaming kind of tricks you into spending money for gold, because you're getting the gold and then you're getting the coupons as well, which will allow you to get the new vehicles in the event. Now the new vehicles in the event are actually brand new. They do seem pretty reasonable. They do seem, well, not reasonable in price, but reasonable in their stats. Now the first vehicle you can get from the event is a SMV CC Vipera. Now this is basically the old SMV from the tech tree, which I'll show you in just a moment here. Unfortunately, Wargaming did end up nerfing this vehicle. This used to be one of the most broken tier 8 vehicles in the game. Obviously mine is not fully maxed here, but this used to be one of the most broken tier 8 tank destroyers in the game, mainly because of its stupid armor profile as well as its DPM that it had. So Wargaming kind of nerfed this vehicle in order to release this new collector's vehicle, which they could sell for actual money, which is kind of a weird move. Thanks Wargaming, making us spend more money. But basically this SMV Vipera is going to give you the same thing that that vehicle in the tech tree used to give you, and for that I don't really suggest getting it. But if you are interested in getting the actually pretty good vehicles in this event, you're gonna have to buy the Vipera, unfortunately. And that's kind of the issue with this event, is that there's a blockage in order to get the new other vehicles. Now the other vehicles in question are the Lorraine 50T and the 116, which is a tier 10 new tier 10 collector's vehicle. Now as you can see here, how much coupons you're going to need to get through this and get all these tanks is absolutely ludicrous. You're going to have to spend a huge amount of gold and real money in order to get these vehicles, which is kind of awful, and is why I'm going to suggest already not to even spend a cent on this event. Now first of all, the SMV Vipera is going to cost you 400 tickets, which I'll go over quickly in just a moment how much those coupons are actually going to be worth. But for 400 coupons for a tier 8, and then you're going to have to then move on to getting the 50T, the Lorraine 50T, which is a lot similar to the AMX M4 tier 10 collector's vehicle in the game, but it's a tier 9, and you're going to have to spend 1,000 coupons on that vehicle. And I'm saying it in that exaggerated tone because it's ludicrously priced, which you'll see in just a moment. And then to get the tier 10, you're going to need another 1,600 coupons, which, mind you, that vehicle does seem statistically wise a pretty decent vehicle. I have never played it because obviously it's only released now for a very, very expensive price. And yeah, I really want to get my hands on it, but it's just not worth it right now. I'd rather wait about even a year from now in order to play for it when it's actually a reasonable price. So now let's go over the pricing there. So overall, we need about 3,000 coupons in order to get everything in this event. Now that is absolutely crazy because obviously the 50 ton costs 1,000 coupons, then 1,500 for the tier 10 or 600, and then 400 for the Vipera. Now for context, buying a tier 10 tank in this event will roughly give you 125 coupons over here, which, mind you, the prices are pretty decent for the tier 10 vehicles, but yeah, that's just kind of luring you into buying these tickets. Now if you were going to buy a tier 10, then obviously this is the best time to do it because they're cheaper and they're giving you extra rewards for buying them. But overall, this event is pretty crappy for the pricing here, because if we go, for instance, to look at gold, let's go look at the 54,000 gold bundle here, which is roughly $100. $100 gives you 750 coupon only. Now that means that you're only getting the vehicle. You're not getting any of these other rewards in here, because obviously that would mean you'd have to spend more money, which is just stupid. Please don't spend any amount close to that on a video game, especially when later on in maybe a year from now, or even a few months, those vehicles are going to be sold on their own and they're going to be a lot cheaper. So please don't spend any of your money right now to get these vehicles. It's not worth it and it's just a waste of your money. However, what isn't a waste of your money is purchasing, if you have enough gold right now, is purchasing a tier 10 vehicle from the event. Obviously, what I would certainly suggest here is either getting the Object 907 or the Caro. Now, the Caro for 20,000 gold isn't the best deal out there, especially now that the Caro's gun did get nerfed in the latest update. It's not the most fun vehicle to play now and then because the reload's kind of funky, it has a reserve shell feature, and its DPM is absolutely horrendous, and the accuracy is very unreliable. So for that, it's not the most reliable and hard earning vehicle that you're going to play, but it is a decent tier 10 vehicle for 20,000 gold. However, it is a bit expensive. So if you're going to choose any tier 10 here as a new player, while I wouldn't suggest getting a tier 10, the Badger is definitely going to be the one you want to choose, because while the Object 907 is a fantastic tank, it is a pretty hard vehicle to get familiarized with and actually do well in, because it's not armored. It requires a lot of hard thinking in the game and a lot of maneuvering to really make it work. So for what I would suggest you to get as a newer player, not that I would suggest getting a tier 10, it's going to be the Badger, since it's a lot easier when you get the hang of going held down and just pressing the shoot button every now and then. It is going to be a more rewarding tank than either of the other two tanks in this bundle. Overall, I would suggest from the SU-130 PM all the way to even the Kampfpanzer PR-68 is not a bad vehicle, a lot of armor, decent alpha. So yeah, any of the vehicles that I would suggest choosing is from the SU-130 PM till the PZ or PR-68. Now the rest of these vehicles not great. If you are considering a tier 9, the WZ-114 is not bad, and then obviously if you're considering a tier 10, the Badger is probably the best bet over here. If you are a newer or more skilled player, obviously you would choose the 907. But talking about the Badger, I'm actually going to be purchasing the Badger here today, because I'm kind of going to show you what you can get when purchasing one of these bundles alongside with the Black Friday event. So let me get it. I don't really have the vehicle on NA, and mind you, it's not the greatest deal for the amount of gold I'm spending, as well as it's not the best vehicle out there at tier 10. I don't really have it on this account, and I do want to get my hands on it and have it in my garage here. So as you can see, I also got 125 coupons, which allows me to get a handful of rewards here. But personally, I would suggest probably getting a bunch of the mystery box containers if you are trying to gamble your money, obviously, or you gamble your coupons. But probably the best reward that you can get is the tier 10 and tier 9 certificates here, which will help you get through your event or tank grinding a lot easier. And then also the XP boosters, which will help you obviously grind your vehicles a lot quicker as well. What I am going to do, which is probably not the most clever thing to do, is purchase a grand surprise container, because it guarantees giving you gold or a tank. So for that, I do think it's a pretty reasonable thing to get, since I got the Badger and I'm going to get either a vehicle or gold from this container. Let's hope to see if I get a very good container here. I wouldn't want to get a tier 8 one, but let's just see how our luck goes. So which container do we get? Oh my god, the Polak. Isn't that like a tier 6 vehicle? Yeah, it is. And I get 750 gold. Wow, Wargaming really ruined my day here, didn't they? I got 750 gold though, so I guess that means I spent about 15,000 gold on the Badger. But yeah, I could have gotten a better reward. I probably could have gotten like a tier 10 one and gotten like 7,000 gold or such, or 5,000 gold, which would have been great. But oh well, what can we do? Now the Badger, as you can see, I got a chair. Not the best vehicle I could have gotten, but let me know what you guys think of this event. It is definitely pay to win in order to progress your way through anything over here, and I would suggest not touching this event at all, besides just maybe getting a pretty good deal on one of the vehicles in the event right now. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully it was helpful in a certain way. Let me know in the comment section below if you did enjoy it and if it was helpful. And with that being said, guys, hopefully your shots hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Goodbye.